The Ocean County prosecutor reports the massive forest fire in Ocean County was intentionally set, with no other details released right now. The fire scorched 170 acres of land and damaged or destroyed homes, businesses, and property. Jersey Matters' Jennifer Marin spoke with one homeowner in Brick who thought he was going to lose everything.
Larry, as you can see, the brush fire completely melted the fence off this house, and the homeowners tell me that they'll be forever grateful for the first responders who stopped those flames before they destroyed their home.
We could have lost everything, so I'm so beyond grateful. Like, first responders deserve all of the credit.
Stephen Geddes and his family live in the Brick Lake Park neighborhood in Brick Township, one of the areas evacuated during last weekend's wildfire.
I saw like a large black smoke, so I kind of went up to the fence and I could feel the heat on my knuckles and on my forehead when I was leaning over the fence. So I came inside and I said, leashes on the dogs were out. Before I could even get that statement out, the fire department was banging on our front door. Before
reaching Stephen's home, the fire was first reported near Airport Road in Lakewood Township. Officials say the 40-mile-per-hour winds blew embers that engulfed and destroyed this commercial building. The neighboring building was significantly damaged. It then jumped the Garden State Parkway and reached into Brick Township. But fire officials say the fire wasn't a surprise, and it was their anticipation and preparation that prevented a bigger catastrophe.
We're looking at almost 2 weeks without any kind of significant precipitation. So the forest has dried out, the wind is blowing, the temperatures have come up from what they had been, and here they're forecasting these extremely low relative humidities. So we know that everything was ripe for a large fire.
Mid-March marks the beginning of peak forest fire season in the Garden State. It runs through mid-April. Stephen's home was spared, but he says it's a miracle because the fire was put out just before it reached a point of no return. You can see the spot right there where firefighters were able to put out the fire before it spread to this shed right on the side of it, which has enough firewood to heat a home for years. During the evacuation period, Stephen says he received hundreds of videos via text message from friends asking if the fire had affected his family.
I could see the roof of my house from the camera's shots from the sky, and like I would have given up on my house at that point, and they didn't, and like that's crazy because this isn't their house. This wasn't their land to protect, but they protected it like it was their land, like it was their house, like it was their pets and it was their family. And man, all I lost was a fence and some siding, and we could have lost everything.
Now the family tells me that they're already in talks with their insurance company to deal with all the damages caused by that fire, but they say all of that is an afterthought, and they're mostly grateful to be alive and well. Reporting in Brick Township for Jersey Matters, I'm Jennifer Marin.
Thank you, Jennifer. Coming up next on Jersey Matters.
How one New Jersey man went from being his mother's caretaker to then being diagnosed with the very same disease. We'll have more on that next.